Rocky want to get up here. Hold on. Come on, Rocky. Come on, baby boy. Yeah, it's Rocky. Rocky wanted to come and chill. Ain't that right, Rocky? You want to chill, homie? You want to chill, Rocky? You want to chill, my little nigga? You good? You good, Rocky? Them big ass ears. Rocky got some big ass ears. What's up, baby boy? My little nigga came to chill with me. Come on in here, chat. Come on in here. We're talking about black generational wealth. What's up, Scotty? You on the roll, Scotty Jenkins? What's up, Better Worth, Alexandria, Red 6. What's up, y'all? The Mob. What's up, Know the Ledge? I know that Rick James was around the Canyon. He was not part of the Canyon crew. He did know Neil Young, and he knew a few of those guys. But I promise you, he was not in the inner circle. Everybody that came to record in L.A. spent time up in that canyon, from Rick James to Earth and Fire to Parliament Funkadelic. That was just part of the thing, because that's where the in crowd was. You go where the in crowd is. Just because it's like everybody that was at a Diddy party wasn't part of the Diddy party, okay? Everybody that flew out to Epstein Island wasn't part of the bullshit. It's never everybody. There are always people who are just around for the party. Don't get confused between those around for the party and those who threw the party. Two different things. You have those who throw the party, those who profit from the party, those who make the rules for the party, and then you got those who just there to party. Rick James is not part of the Canyon crew. These are white supremacists, most of them. They do not have niggas on their inner circles. I promise you that. Now they got nigga musicians all around because black folks make the best music. But they're not on the inner circles of this stuff. Earth and Fire was also around during that time. They weren't part of the Canyon crew. Although they knew a lot of those guys. Because music is a small world, white and black. It's a very small world, so everybody knows everybody. So back to what we're talking about. We just include everybody that's taking the music class, the summer school. We had a great in-depth class today on soul music, rhythm and blues, and rock and roll, and how that grew from last week. We spoke on jazz and blues. The week before that, we spoke on gospel, spiritual, and stride and ragtime. And next week, next class number 4, is going to be on funk and disco. Then the week after that, we're going to bring in, we're going to close it all up talking about house and hip hop and how that all ties together. All right. Yeah, read the Laurel Canyon book. So let's go into talking about generational wealth. You know, oftentimes you get people like Boyce Watkins that be hustling to about something, and this is why black people don't have generational wealth, and that's why black people don't have generational wealth. And let's first off start about what generational wealth is. Generational wealth, America isn't even really set up to pass down generational wealth. You have a lot of former presidents who 3-4 generations down the line, their families need a job. Now, if you're the great-great-grandson or granddaughter of a president, you will get a good job, but you need a job. Generational wealth, and outside of the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, and a few of the oligarchs, outside of the oligarch and the oligarchy system, generational wealth is for the most part a myth. You have generational riches. You have people who start off well, and they'll get a trust fund, and But by that third or fourth generation, it's over with. And it's getting even worse now. It's getting even worse now. Whoever that is with the fake Andrew Tate name, how you gonna hide behind somebody else's name and still have bad jokes? God damn. You can't be that unfunny behind somebody else's name. If you're gonna be that unfunny, do it behind your own name. Who the fuck is this saying, hey baby? Hey Miles, where y'all at? Get these weirdos out of here. Either this one. There we go. Let me change the settings on this. Subscribers only. There we go. There we go. My mods must be asleep. That's all right, mods. Y'all must be asleep. Y'all must not be in here yet. I had to kick that sorry son of a bitch out. So back to what we talking about. Ain't that right, Rocky? So let's just start off by saying that the way the tax system is set up, and you have to spend a certain amount of money per year or be taxed on it, the way now you have these newer taxes, these estate taxes. You got these estate taxes now. You got all that good shit. Generational wealth is something that outside of the oligarch system, outside of the wealthy elite, the system is not created to pass money down like that. Your grandkids will have to work. And we're talking about most millionaires now. What's up, Felix Speaks? Yeah, Rocky here. Rocky over here chilling right now. Ain't that right, Rocky? Rocky right here with me. Me and Rocky about to smoke. For sure, Sony. So let's just start off today's show by talking about that. The whole thing, I can teach you how to build generational wealth. Man, that's just, man, most of that shit's a fucking hustle. Most of it. Now, you can build wealth and pass down to the immediate person. Get to the point, Byron. Byron, the point is you a bitch. Shut up. Now back to what we talking about. So let them get that don't let them niggas hustle you. Okay? Okay? Matter of fact, I'm gonna kick your bitch ass out of here. Put this nigga in timeout until he learn how to get some fucking manners. There we go. So there we are. There we go. Now that I've cleaned my chat room up a little bit. So we don't really have that opportunity. We don't really have that opportunity. And then that's the first part. But okay, let's go to those who do, where you do have the opportunity to build generational wealth. I got a call from my mom yesterday. She sent my cousin the article of my great grandfather getting the newspaper clipping of him inventing the automatic railroad crossing. When I read one of the newspaper clippings, it said that he sold the patent. But I found out yesterday through one of my cousins, that my great grandfather never sold the patent. It was stolen from him. It was stolen from my great grandfather. I didn't know that. because it was told when because like there's a gap between my great grandfather, my mom, and me, and us. My mom's mother, my great grandfather who invented the automatic railroad crossing, he was born. I mean, he died before my mom was born, and my mom's mom died when my mom was only a month old. My mom was only a month old when her mother died. So she was raised by her father's family. And her father's family is not connected to that. It's her father's family is a different line. The lineage that invented the automatic railroad crossing was my mom's side of the family. So my mom had very little to no connection to that side of the family, us outside of one cousin. And through that one cousin, we got introduced to the rest of the family. And that particular cousin is the cousin that really holds on to a lot of the memories, a lot of the history of my family. So when he saw that, he had actually never seen the newspaper clipping that I showed him. But he in turn told me and told my mom that my great granddad never got compensated for that invention. Think about all the inventions black people created that we never got compensated for. Think about generational wealth. You can get generational wealth when you invent something that groundbreaking. Whether you're a descendant of the family that invented the elevator, black, you're a descendant of the light bulb, and all of these different inventions we invented as a people. There's been a system in place to take that from us. What's up, Nigerian butterfly? It's not just Bruce's Beach. It's not just, it's all around. It's the farmland that we lost, well over 100 million acres of farmland we lost over the last century. Yeah, Nearest Green, Uncle Nearest whiskey, or the the black man that invented the potato chip, the black folks that invented ice cream as the way we do it today, the black man that invented macaroni and cheese. Yeah, Famous Amos. See, I was too young for Famous Amos here in LA, but I have a lot of family that used to go to the Famous Amos cookie shop over on Sunset. Famous Amos made those cookies, and his stuff was so stolen from him. When you, it's a multiplication effect. When you invent so many great things, create so many great things. Yeah, Buffalo Wings, Baltimore Bully. And you're not only not giving credit is just one thing, but you're not giving the money because there's a system in place to where every time somebody that looks like you does something, the system knows exactly what to do to make sure the system profits off of it and you don't. Let me mention the two times my family could have had generational wealth. What is it, Rocky? You want to get up? Here, boy. Ugh, there you go, baby boy. I was thinking about two times my family could have had generational wealth. Rocky like stretching out and letting his balls hang on the carpet. Rocky like, yeah, nah, I gotta stretch out. But let's just deal with one bloodline in my family.